Now that we have made our problem statement, now we're going to go ahead and create a curl flow chart from it. I went ahead and started, got our three assumptions placed in there, and then we needed to have a way to initialize the loop, and that is what we're using another truck equals yes for. Next thing we're going to do is add our while loop, and then we're going to use another truck equals yes. So I'm going to go ahead and copy another truck and place it into the expression. So another truck equals yes. All right, so these two have to be the same. Next thing I need is, that's how I'm going to get into the loop. How am I going to get out of the loop? That is going to be an input. We're going to be asking them if there's another truck. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and paste in another truck and then ask the question. Is there another truck? So once they say no, there's no more trucks, then we know that we're done for the day and we can stop the loop. So this is how I get in, this is how I get out. Last thing I'm going to put in here is an output that says done looping, and that's going to tell me when I'm out of the loop. All right, then I can go ahead and test it. It should come up and ask me if there's another truck. If I say yes, it should ask me again, showing that I can stay in the loop. Then when I say no, it should pass me out, and now I know I'm done with that loop. All right, so the next step is we take a look at our flow chart, our problem statement. Input is the next two things I'm going to place in there. All right, so let's go ahead and copy and paste. So I'm going to go ahead and put in another input. Okay, the amount of tons. How many tons? Question mark. All right, and then another input. And that will be our type of rock. Okay, and the question is going to be, and I'm going to copy straight from my problem statement, add two quotes, and then just paste it in. All right, so they know exactly what it is that I want them to type. All right, so that brings in my first two steps. Now I'm going to do my calculation. So the first thing is decision. All right, so that's going to have to be a if condition, and I'm going to use if the type of rock equals quartz. If that's true, I'm going to put in my accumulator. All right, so that is going to be this. I'm just going to copy the whole thing, paste it in the left side, and then move this over to here. And get rid of the equal sign. All right, so that works. All right, so that's my accumulator. Even though it's not going to be part of my final solution, I'm going to go ahead and take the quartz math and also place it in there. So I'm going to get another assignment. So we're going to go out of order here a little bit, but that's only so that we can test our flow chart. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the money issue. Oh, that's not right. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and move it over to here. Get rid of the equal sign. And now what we also have, if we take a look at our problem statement, we also have two outputs done. And that's going to be quartz accum and quartz money. So I'm going to go ahead and output both of those inside the flowchart again so that I can go ahead and test it. So I'm going to put two outputs. Well, let's go ahead and put the first one in first. Oh my God. Alright, and then this is going to be for my quartz accum. So I'll go ahead and copy and paste it. Okay, so we're going to have a label, amount of quartz tons, space, and then I'm going to join that with quartz accum. Okay, then I'm going to have another output, and this is going to be quartz money, or money quartz. So I'm going to say for this one, amount of money for quartz, and then I'm going to have a dollar sign, close quote, and join that with the place in memory. Okay, so now I can go ahead and test this, and that's what we want to use. We want to use the build and test methodology. So I built it, made sure that my loop worked, add my input, and now I'm going to test to see if a quartz will work. So let's go ahead and copy quartz. And then run it. Okay, number 10s, I'm going to put 10. And I'm going to put quartz. So we can see the amount of tons is 10. 10 times 1,000 is 10,000, so that works. Click OK. All right, and then we're going to say yes, there's another truck, because we need to test to our accumulator. So how many tons? Let's put another 10 in there. And let's put quartz again. So now we have 20, so we know our accumulator is working. And of course we know our math is working. So that's $20,000. So we know at this point everything's working. So we can just go ahead and shut this down. Okay, now since we know that was working, and we know that the rest of them work the same way, I'm going to put my mouse pointer icon above a false, hold it down the left mouse button, and copy what I've done so far. And then I'm going to paste it right here. And now I have two quartz. But the next thing I'm going to do is marble. So really all I have to do is copy the word marble, and everywhere it says quartz, change it to marble. So I'm going to paste it here, paste it here, paste it here, and so the money thing, the only difference here is this has to have a capital M. Okay, but it's going to be marble accum. Alright, so have to be careful with that. Okay, the amount of marble, and that's going to be marble accum. And the amount of money for marble, and that's going to be money marble with a capital M. Alright, so now I can test the marble. First thing I'm going to do is copy it with quotes, and then I'm going to play it. I got 10 tons. It is marble, so we got 10 tons, 10,000, That should not be right. Okay, click OK. And we'll say yes. And we'll go 10. And we'll do marble. Now we got 20 tons, $20,000. And let's go ahead and shut it down and see if we have an issue here. Okay, marble is 15. Let's see if we have an issue with our flowchart. Now it says 15. Ah, here's the problem right here. I forgot one of the rates, so this should be marble rate. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and start this over. So that's why we test it. I got 10 tons, marble, 10, amount of money is 0. Alright, so now we have another issue. Alright, so let's go ahead and shut this down and find out why. When we put 0 in there, money marble, marble accum, marble rate. Ah, we have a copying and pasting issue here. I call this the Mabel rate. And that should be the marble rate. So that's where we were testing this as we go through, so we can find those kind of issues. So now let's test it again. I did it on purpose just so you can see what happens. Okay, and now it should be 15,000. Excellent. Okay, and we'll just test it one more time. And now we got 30,000. So this is working fine, but you can see that copy and pasting, using the flowchart to find our errors, and sometimes making mistakes when we copy and paste and change is an issue. But that's all we can do right now. The video is getting too long, so I'm going to finish it up in my next video.